Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam, I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not digitally pictured on your screen, is FGM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Sweet Home Chicago, Chicago Blackhawks 2024-2025 season part 2. Jeff, we're 3-2-1, and not doing too bad.
Yeah, obviously the whole game here is to rebuild around Connor Bedard and try not to get fired in the meantime. And somehow we're off to a surprising start, but had just a little bit of trouble with injuries.
Yeah. I'm just going to look for a better skills coach here. Someone physical training and good prospects.
We lost Alex Vlasic, our best defenseman. Ruptured MCL out indefinitely, so possibly for the whole season. Did he even get a game in? Or we did that in the preseason, didn't we?
Yep.
Yep, that was preseason, so
how about this?
Literally may not play this year.
Should we bring in Ulf Samuelsson?
That'll work.
We also got Dave Babbage, but he's only average for offensive skills. Just looking. Actually, I guess it was coaching prospects, wasn't it? Oh, Sergei Samsonov. I don't think that's who we want for physical. Yeah, physical training is going to be the key thing here. So I think Ulf Samuelsson. Actually, you know what? Oh, no, wait. He's terrible at... no, okay. Should we bring in Chris Chelios?
Let's go with Samuelsson.
But we're in Chicago, Jeff.
Okay, I guess it makes sense.
All right, we're bringing in Chris Chelios for $99,000 a year, and we're adding him as our skills coach.
You've also got quite a few guys on expiring contracts this year. I left that for you. So.
Oh, so thank you. Was it Kevin Delaney we just took off, so we could probably get rid of him? Oh, no, wait, he's the defensive coach. He's not a great defensive coach either. Should we look for a better defensive coach?
What is he?
Well, he's good, average. Choices. Let's maybe see if we can find somebody with a little bit better offensive defensive training.
Defensive training if he's a defense coach?
Well, yes, but we can have someone who's good at both, Jeff. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Too many clicks. Nope, wrong one again. Training. Defensive skills, or coaching defense. Well, we could bring in Ulf Samuelsson to do all those things. That makes sense.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, obviously. So Ulf Samuelsson comes in.
Welcome to the chat. They play Vegas. Or not Vegas, they play Colorado, Dallas winner.
Yes.
Vegas plays winner of Edmonton, LA.
But whoa, slowly roll, smell yours and geek. It is not over yet. I fully expect the Jets to win, but it's only 3-2 series. Okay, so Kevin Delaney we're going to release. And
so
Paul Goodman, I guess we don't need.
So Scheifele isn't going to St. Louis?
No. Paul Goodman.
I guess so.
Do you still have the other one? Who was the other coach we replaced? Was it Paul Goodman?
Kevin Delaney and Paul Goodman.
All right, he's released too. All right, there we go.
Him not showing up is probably an improvement over the first, over games 3 and 4, where the whole team didn't show up in St. Louis.
Well, it was not good games. That's what I said. There is no guarantee on anything yet, but I fully expect the Jets to put in a much better effort. And our first game versus Vancouver was a 4-3 win in a shootout. Okay. All right. Good start. Which reminds me, upcoming free agents. All right. So Soderblom, I guess we'll resign. Oh, wait. That's the wrong thing. I put auto qualify on him. I just want to renew him. He wants 1.4 for 2 years. That's easy.
Yeah, got lots of cap space to play with, although. Martinez, for no point. Donato, I'd assume you'd want to re-sign,
Yeah.
particularly because the game doesn't know that he's probably in for a big season.
Maybe not. He wants
real life.
5.7 million.
That's what he was making before.
Was it? Oh man.
5.4 or no wait. Oh no, 2 million. 2 million. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing.
Yes. Well, okay. We offered it to him anyways. What does Kurashev want? He wants 2.8. Yeah, we need some players.
Yeah, I mean, not thrilled paying that with the season he had in real life, but
Yeah.
maybe it goes a little better in the game.
All right. And Wyatt Kaiser, yeah. Lots of 3-year deals. Okay, we'll move on here. Go not Blackhawks, Cardinals fan says. Was wondering if there was an update on that import job security bug. Jeff?
Import job security. No, well, that's. All right, I think that's still in the to-do list. Malta said been working on a couple other things. I'll check with them and see if we can get that fixed for you before the weekend.
All right, Tyler Bertuzzi is back. So do you remember who he was in the lineup for, or who was in the lineup for him?
I do not.
Jeff, you're supposed to know these things. All right. We had somebody called up, obviously. So Aku Ratu.
Yeah, Ratu's brother is the one we called up, but I don't remember who we had in the lineup.
All right, we'll send him.
Was Athanasiu?
All right, so we'll replace him then with Bertuzzi. Did I not just put Bertuzzi in the lineup? Why don't I see him here? Also, Branson's set as a screener. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let's get Brandstrom fixed because apparently you didn't have him set correctly.
Oh, yeah, I missed that when we picked him up.
Mobile defender. Okay. Also, I think I saw somebody here who was still in an AHL jersey. Brett Senny. All right, there we go. On mine, okay, so lineup, we're going to have, Bedard, Velenos, 1-2. And then let's let everybody else shake out here, so that looks better. Do we want Donato on the third line? I feel like he should be higher.
Yeah, probably.
What if I move him up and move Foligno down?
Yeah.
The third line, that makes more sense there. Okay. And everybody signs a new deal who we offered, so that's good. Smelly Wrestling Geek also said it's kind of sad seeing Fleury's season end like this, but I don't think Minnesota would have got past the second round anyway. I'm actually surprised Minnesota won 2 games. Like, I'm shocked they got that as far as they did. Martinez is a little bit hurt, but he's going to play through this until he can't. 5-4 win over Nashville.
Real life, Dallas tied it up.
All right. Oh, and Ilya Mikheyev just got hurt. And he's done for 7 months, so he's done for the year.
Wow.
Okay.
That's one of the worst runs of major injuries I've seen for. Well, no, I guess that's only 2, but still, because we've got other major injuries, but they're preset ones for Swan, Shunov, and if you want to count Weber.
Yeah. Okay. So sent him down. Just taking a quick look. Okay. Yeah. So we're pretty. not looking great here. Our right wing is pretty low. Okay, just looking at free agents, see if anyone's grabbing our attention.
There's nothing.
Well, Ryan Johansson's there.
And permanently injured. So if you want to sign him, go ahead.
If we need somebody to eat cap space, absolutely.
Yeah, if we need somebody, well, not cap space to get to the floor, but that's what we got Weber for.
Yeah. Okay, let's take off the goalies. And the
Cardinal fan, we're going back and forth on this one. I started it off, and then Adam's going to take for. We're going to do the same thing we did with the Cleveland, Oakland one for historical.
For a little bit. Could bring in Sam Gagne.
You figure I'm going to screw it up?
I have other thoughts, Jeff. Other thoughts. I was trying to look for my boy. You wanted you to sign before, and you didn't. But I guess he must have signed overseas. Bring in Josh Ho-Sang. Sam Gagne. Sam Gagne would actually be a pretty legit fit on this team.
I just don't want to bring in a bunch of older free agents. You might, with what we're trying to do with the team, bring the young guys along, get them some experience. And
I know. I was just looking to see.
These 30-year-olds on their last contract can.
Spelled there. Oh no! Apparently he's just disappeared completely. Interesting.
Are you looking for?
Oh wait, Allison. It's fine.
You got a filter on? You went to the KHL?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You went back to
the Moscow?
KHL.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. My point is, I have a plan for another stream at some point. I just don't know exactly when. And all right, okay. Just gonna have. Actually, here, hold on a second. Lucas Reichel's currently on the 4th line. Maybe we move him up to the 3rd line. Yeah, Reichel can play anything. That probably makes a little more sense. Okay. And riding Spencer Knight, we pick up another win. Connor Bedard, 2 goals.
6-2-1, amazing.
Just as everyone suspected. Now, Jeff, we started the stream. Hmm? We started the stream with post-trade deadline rosters.
Yeah.
So having Spencer Knight for a full year could make a big difference for our Chicago team.
I mean, it's not like he set the world on fire this year. Great potential, but
gonna bring Korshinsky in. I guess we have 2 defensemen up. We should probably send Korshinsky down if he's not gonna play. Soderblom the game here.
Or Allen down.
Or send them both down. 3-1 victory over Colorado. Interesting.
No idea what we're doing this fall.
I think I saw you posted.
May mess us up a little bit if it's where if this fast start puts us out of a lottery pick at the end of the year.
What do you want me to do? Purposely tank us? All right. Alex Martinez is back. Healthy. All right. Maybe we leave Alec Martinez on the
Uh,
4-2 win over
might
Sounds,
as well
right?
get some.
Mio plays as Felino. Yeah, okay, we'll agree. Okay, he was great. No, but okay, we're going to send Allen back down to Rockford.
Yeah, better him than Korchinski.
We need to call up another forward, though, because we don't have an extra forward. So...
Rat his brother again, or...
Yeah, I'm just looking to see who had the most kind of points kicking around. I think it's actually going to be... Cole Gutman has the most, but we're not calling him up. We'll call up Landon Slegert. It's a great name. All right, Smelly Wrestling Geek says, I had a first in FHM recently, went to 3 straight Stanley Cup finals with Columbus. Lost 2 of them in 7, one being a reverse sweep by Utah, won a third time in 7, avoiding being a reverse swept again by Utah. That's pain. That's a whole lot of pain. All right, so you can see Connor Bedard's improving. Krasinski's improving. Tim Zhnestov's improving. Nazar, Raiko, Valeno. All right, lots of guys going up.
Yeah, guys, basically.
TJ Brody's going down. Felino's going down. Martinez going down. Murphy. Tevu Tervainen. Shea Weber. And Zach Sanford. All right. For some reason, our backup goalie has a number 5 jersey being sold. That's interesting. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I'm not sure why that would. I'm trying to think of how that could happen.
Everyone's... Oh, oops, I forgot to send scouts. Oh, well. Accidentally double-clicked that. Everyone's very pumped.
For some reason, his local popularity is super high. He's got a weird hidden attribute somewhere. No, those are all pretty normal.
I mean, to be fair, Soderblom played really pretty well into him this year. So, Jeff, on that note, what is the weirdest jersey you own?
Got an old Kelowna Rockets one from their first season where it's still basically the old Tacoma Rockets logo. I got a Kimmich Voskresensk one, which I don't think is in the actual proper colors of the team. I think it's some kind of weird knockoff I bought in the 90s.
Mm. Okay, well, I'll bring this up. So, before the playoffs started, I was making note of jerseys I saw around me at the Winnipeg Jets game. Near me, somebody was wearing a Eric Fair Winnipeg Jets jersey. Someone was wearing a Matt Hendricks Winnipeg Jets jersey. And then someone had, which must have been a gamer, Jeff Veal jersey. Because Jeff Veal never even played a game for the Jets. But I think he took warm-up once.
I don't get the Fear one. Didn't he play like...
Fair? He played first season with the Jets.
Half a season.
He was 1.0.
He's a Manitoba guy, though. Maybe it's like a cousin or something. Or maybe it was him.
It was not him. I know him well enough to know it was not him sitting in front of me. Yeah, owner is happy that we've been playing so well. Shocking, I know. Roop Hintz could be traded, and we are possible to go to. Don't think that's going to happen. Game versus LA, and another 2-1 win in a shootout this time. Who wins it for in the shootout? Connor Bedard is the only guy who scores. All right. Actually, no. Part of the reason I said this as at the Jets game last night, I saw. I gotta think about this for a second. There was somebody wearing a 1.0 Stefan Quintel jersey, and then I saw another person wearing another Matt Hendricks jersey, and an Olli Jokinen jersey. So
So is it pretty much 100% in the crowd? Everybody's in white.
like 99%.
Is it tempting to be like the one guy who shows up in a Hawaiian shirt?
Oh, there's the loss. 7-2 versus Anaheim. We get stumped by Anaheim.
Yeah, back to earth. And Anaheim of all teams.
Yeah, there was somebody who dressed up in like pink last year or something. I think they were at like game one. I don't think I've seen them since. There was somebody dressed up as Colonel Sanders, or several
Yeah,
people.
I saw that.
There was somebody dressed up as a Smurf. Where's Waldo was there? Trying to think what else I saw. Lots of just full body paint suits. I knew somebody who was dressed in like a pure white suit. I have a white hoodie on with my white jersey on top and a white hat on because that's my, normal type thing.
Anybody go shirtless and paint themselves white?
Game one and game two, there was a guy who repeatedly took his shirt off in the arena. Jansen Harkins goes to Detroit for Jeff Petrie. Interesting move. Oh, there was also somebody dressed up as the Pope, too. 2-1 win over.
A little morbid.
Well, I would say Pope. I guess it could be Cardinal, but I'm going to say Pope. Yeah. All I can tell you is the building was absolutely rocking. And there's nothing quite like the whiteout. And really, it just... TV does not do it justice. 2-1 loss to Dallas. TV in Canada doesn't really do it justice, and it's really bad in the States, I've heard. They've been kind of cutting the sound down.
Turning the mic down, and yeah, that's...
But yeah, pretty much everybody's all in white. Sea of white. And there's, like 6 people wearing blue Jets jerseys.
And speaking of the Jets, they passed us in this game.
I mean...
Not surprisingly, yeah. And there goes Nashville past us, too.
I mean, we're 10-4-1. The Jets in real life started, was it 15-1, I believe? So, game versus Minnesota. And we have a...
Nathan McKinnon tore his quad. I guess on injury out there.
Cardinals fan asks, have you guys been dealing with severe weather? No?
No, been pretty nice here.
No.
Nice-ish.
It's been...
Had a few cooler days.
It's been pretty warm here. A little bit of rain. It's supposed to get stupid hot this weekend. Like...
How hot is stupid hot?
For this time of year, there was reports it was supposed to get to 30. I think it's now down to 28.
Oh,
I
well.
think I saw, which should probably isn't going to quite get that high, but that's pretty warm for early May.
Yeah, I think we get 27 tomorrow, and then it's going to cool off for a couple of weeks.
Cardinals fan, yeah. Well, lucky you. NC Pirate 77. Greetings. Welcome in, NC Pirate. If St. Louis wins and the whiteout comes back, there'll be 10,000 plus people happy that it's nice weather for the hockey in Winnipeg. Although I hope it's over Friday night.
When's game 7, if there is one?
Sunday. TBD. Tell you, I like again, not a lot of fun going to games that start at 8:30 at night local time.
Yeah. You got a fairly long drive, too, on top of that.
Well, I mean, we were walking out of the building at 11:40. We got out quick, partly because we sit in the lower bowl. We're up high. We got out and we're out the door within about a minute or two. But I know somebody else who was in the upper bowl and they got stuck in a parkade and they didn't. It took them over half an hour to get out of the parkade, which usually takes them no more than 5 minutes. Oh, these under 18 events are chugging our game along right now. So, Jeff, would you like to give us your weekly update on what it's like being a Vancouver Canucks fan?
Uh, Try not to read the news.
Okay, well, let's look more positively and think about this. Who is your ideal coach?
And does it matter?
John Tortorella coming back?
Yeah, there we go.
That'd be an interesting one. Alain Vigneault?
That would pretty much be at the bottom of the list.
Stan Smeel.
Okay, maybe not exactly at the bottom.
Yeah, you want to play this game? We can go really, really low here. Okay. Bruce Boudreau comes back.
The media would be happy.
I was trying to think who makes sense, but I know who I think they should hire. I don't know if he'd go there. Actually, I know one of two people who I'd hire.
And
I would be going for either Jay Woodcroft
yeah, decent
or
candidate.
Todd Nelson.
I would throw Dave Haxtell in there too.
Axtell might not be bad. I don't know. I don't even know where he is this year.
And apparently they're going to talk to Manny Malhotra.
Also makes sense. Now there we go. We're starting
And
to
he's just
advance
done
phase.
really well in Abbotsford this year, so. And Malhotra's pretty well liked locally, so. Good way of ruining his legacy with the Canucks, making him the coach.
Well, they could bring Matt Sundin in to coach.
I'm sure there's people who'd want the Sedins coaching.
The United States won the Deutschland Cup.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Game versus Seattle. Our goalie still hasn't got high yet. That's crazy. We lose 3-1 to Seattle. Nick Foligno converts to left wing.
Canucks off to a fine start in this one, 4-10-1.
Maybe they need to trade for a center like JT Miller. That's not what I was laughing. I just had an idea for who could be their coach, and you could probably think of who it was when I laughed like that.
Mark Crawford.
No, that would be funny. I was thinking more about
Goes to Roger Nielsen.
I was thinking more about a current American broadcaster. You could get the team sponsored by Lay's.
Yeah, that's. It would be. I almost halfway want to see it happen just for the reaction of the fan base.
Oh man, I would want to be in that room for that, just for that press conference to begin with.
See the mobs with torches outside of Aquilini's house.
We're bringing back the captain to coach the team, and everyone
No, not that one.
everyone gets really excited for Trevor Linden. No. Oh man. Jeff, I think we need to create an achievement in the game for that.
What, hiring Messi in Vancouver?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's not going to be happening.
And Cutter Murphy just
Not going to encourage that idea.
Cutter Murphy has a pinched nerve and he's out 2 to 3 weeks. No, we're not going to delay treatment on that. We're just going to bring Martinez back in. I actually kind of forgot about Branson, but Branson's got 11 points in 19 games, so that's not bad.
Yeah, that actually turned into a pretty good waiver pickup.
Well, Jeff, I mean, we can do the same for other teams. We could have Evander King go into coaching, and that could be a multi-tier one. You have to hire him in Winnipeg, San Jose, Buffalo, and Vegas.
Couldn't actually do that one. That's because you don't know in advance what staff number he's going to get. He gets when he retires. And we need that to set up the achievement.
You can manually force him to come in. Let's think.
Martinez is happy being back in the lineup for a star.
Yeah. Well, let's think about who else we could add into this. Oh, you could have an expansion Quebec Nordiques and bring in Eric Lindros as the coach.
Lindros doing now. Is he still in the Players Association?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to. Detroit, and you hire Claude Lemieux.
And let's see what Wikipedia says.
All right, continuing on here. 5-3 win over Philly.
Most recent post-playing career entry in his Wikipedia article is from 2018 when the Flyers retired his number.
I'm trying to think for Cardinals fan who St. Louis could have that they are really upset with. Purina dog food. Fabian Zetterlund and a 7th round pick for Robbie Fabry and a 5th round pick. Oh, Ottawa's been terrible. 4-14 and 2 to start. All right. Whoa. What? Yes. Immediately, yes.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to move. Carolina desperate for the cup run, I guess.
Well, that immediately gives us a big upgrade. Okay, so before we do that, let's call up a defenseman. Who we are getting a little scary here.
Yeah, I think maybe you want to sign a free agent just as depth for Rockford. How are we on contracts?
Yeah, you should be able to afford one. 21-year-old Hudson Thornton is playing in the ECHL. He's showing his 3-star potential. We don't have a lot on him. He was a fairly high point guy. He's 5'11".
Yeah, Prince George in real life.
Never
Yeah, why
drafted.
not give him a shot?
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Winnipeg. That's why you want him.
No, it was not at all. It was okay. Well, this is just okay. Checking contracts. We have 42, so we got room. Do we need
Yeah.
another defenseman under contract?
I'll leave it for now, I think.
We only got 3 guys under contract. I think we might need another guy.
I mean, Lashunov and Vlasic, remember, are going to be coming back eventually, so that'll
I
bump
guess.
people down.
Hudson Thornton actually comes in showing still at 3 stars. And actually bumps ahead of Wyatt Kaiser and Ethan Del Mastro.
Let's start him in the minors, though, I think.
Well, he was in the ECHL, so yes. Okay, so we had Nolan Allen up. Martinez is coming out. And we're going to wave him goodbye so that we have Allen get in. 2-way defenseman for Allen is fine. And yeah, we're about to make a big trade here. And we just picked up Bradley Neto, who's 2 stars, 3.5 potential. 10 points already in the AHL. Do we want to keep him up or send him down for some seasoning?
Send him down, I think.
I mean,
Well, on the other hand,
we have
I don't know who the
Athanasiu's in, but he's at 2.5 stars right now. Okay. Take a quick look at the depth chart. Where is he slotted in? He's slotted in as a number 5 centerman. But, I mean, we could set him more to right wing and train him on right wing.
True.
So if we put him on right wing, it takes Senny out of the lineup, I guess, and slide everyone down one.
Yeah. Yeah, do that.
Okay, so let's go. It's replaced with Nato. Okay, we're going to send Slaggert back down for right now. Okay, so lines, so let's move him all the way up. Let's move Donato on the second line. Should we move Kurichev down to the fourth line and then move and put like Reichel as the third line center?
Uh, hmm. Yeah, Reichel has a little more potentials. Or you just play them together on the third line.
Yeah. Okay. Um. All right. So let's do that. I'm gonna lock all the
Next to
spots
those
here.
role, I don't know if that playmaker is his best one.
Who's sorry?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I will look at him in a second. We're just going to just create the lines here. Troy Brody on our first pair of defense is a little bit terrifying. Or TJ Brody. I said Troy Brody. Our D is not overly
Not like we
strong.
got much better.
What's that?
Not like we got anything better.
All right. Gigaspeed says, good evening. I only came here to say one thing and I apologize in advance. Well, I hope you two are well and enjoying your stream. That first. Okay. He wants number 82. Okay, he can have number 82.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Should I time him out from the chat?
You're not allowed to kick the Leafs fans out of the chat, Adam.
I'm not kicking. I said just give him a timeout so he can't say anything for 10 minutes. It deletes the message and okay. No, he's 9 basically across the board.
Yeah, okay.
So we can set him to a shooter or something if we want, but
No, we already got Bedard as a shooter.
yeah. So you're saying I should delete
I mean,
his message?
No, you shouldn't. I mean, Leafs had a pretty good series, and they're looking good. It's going to be a fun one against Florida.
You guys made me laugh, and I'm so happy with the game of time. It won't upset me. Abuse of power, abuse of power. No. I just can't cheer for the Leafs. 6-3 win over Dallas. They outshot us, but we just kept scoring. I think the most rational Leaf fans will agree. Leafs aren't beating Florida unless they play much better.
It'd be nice to see happen just to get the Canadian team in the just keep it one Canadian team alive on that side after losing Ottawa and Montreal.
I am shocked how well Florida is playing.
I'm not.
I didn't think they'd be able to turn it up quite as much as they've have.
Oh, Dallas ahead of Colorado 4-3.
Okay. 3-0.
And the Oilers are up by 2 now.
Spencer Knight throws up a shutout on, and his name first star.
And does he finally heat up a little?
Huh. Maybe. Gigaspeed says the West is a dogfight. One day it is so tight. Yeah, it's there's a reason why all the West series are still going for the moment.
Looks like the Oilers one might be over tonight. No, the Vegas one's done. No,
Well, yes.
Vegas, Minnesota.
I said up till tonight.
Yeah. A little disappointed in the Kings. I thought they'd play better than this.
Their goaltending hasn't been overly great. But they haven't really got to stop McDavid and Draisaitl. They also shot themselves in the foot there once or twice. Gigaspeed says, how do you guys have the Hawks 16-6-1? No hacking going on. No, we've been riding hot goaltending and scoring lots of goals. And
getting very lucky because, I mean, we've had injury problems. We've had other stuff going wrong. It's just...
everything's worked out so well. Monthly budget. Yeah, we're going to keep our team morale high. I will send scouts to places this time. Actually, speaking of which, how is our... Did you look at our scouting at all?
Yeah, I think I did. It was okay. We had coverage everywhere we needed.
Well, not great in Eastern Europe, but yeah, looks pretty good otherwise. But we don't have... You didn't name a head scout or an advanced scout, so let's get that done.
Oops. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that.
Norm McIver and Richard Crum. And Spencer Knight finally gets to one heat.
You want you want a potential guy hire as a head scout?
9-2 victory over Columbus. Woo. Kurashev, 3 goals. All right, let me go back and look at all this. Okay, so let me go back to my scouting. And what my potential was not good enough. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, you had it sorted by potential. No, your potential. The potential is you had it sorted by ability.
Yeah, but I want advanced, you said, as being my top guy?
Advanced should be ability. Potential should be head scout.
Advanced should be ability.
You did exactly the wrong thing.
And, well, no, because you're just like, oh, this. And then, so I want Blubgrim then as my top guy. Okay, fine.
Or Islanders legend Matt Celine.
I don't want to put a 66-year-old guy in charge. Sorry, Jeff. No hacking going on Gigaspeed. We're just really good for some reason. But you see, Nashville's also really good, so that's weird too. Although, to be fair, everyone thought Nashville was going to be good. There's no reason Nashville was as bad as they were this year. Kings ain't dead. They needed that goal before the third. Gigaspeed says. Owner confidence update. Playing very well.
That's 5-3 now in the Kings Oilers game.
Ooh. Oh, boy. We just got absolutely stomped by Toronto. Only 16 shots on net and lose 8-1. Wah, 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 wah. Ooh,
Yeah, we keep getting these signs that things aren't going to...
Tevu Teravainen,
like
18
this.
defensive game rating. Really Nadeau.
Minus
5.
6. Well done.
-5, 24 defensive game rating.
And I think maybe we want to not use Nadeau there.
And Connor Bedard just got hurt day to day. Well, we got to let him train to learn how to play there, so.
Yeah, but he can do that on the fourth line.
No. We learn as we can. That's just... we need somebody to hold on to the coattails of Bedard. There you go. Knights, 2 in goals against. Hudson Thornton has 3 games played in Rockford and has 1 assist. All right.
Just looked up Thornton did in real life this year. Half a season with Orlando. Then 7 games with... Did he get traded? I'm not sure. South Carolina, 1 game with Hershey in the AHL.
All right. Actually, just seeing here might be part of the problem. We're overplaying our first line a bit. We'll turn that down. Also, I don't think Nadeau's getting any specialty. Oh, he's on power play too. Okay.
Oh, it actually looks like Hershey signed him.
Thanks for coming. Gigaspeed. Looks like Hershey signed him in real life. Is that?
Yeah, Hershey signed him in real life at the start of the year, and then did they send him to South Carolina, and then he somehow wound up in Orlando? Finished the season in Orlando? Solar Bears doing pretty well in the playoffs. Real life. Into the next round.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Leafs are sort of tailing off here after a fast start, didn't they? They were like 13-2 at one point, weren't they?
That's the Jets.
Or Jets, rather, yeah. The Leafs are still doing well.
What is this? ESPN? Do you see that? There was they called them the Winnipeg
Yeah,
Maple Leafs.
the Winnipeg Maple Leafs, and then they had what was it? The Dallas Colorado game is an Eastern series.
Mm. Gigaspeed, I am sorry. I'm glad. Sorry if you're already in bed, but I cannot cheer for Toronto. I can't do it.
I will. It's a Canadian team, reluctantly.
How dare you say that?
Come on, tell me you don't want to.
I will cheer
Leafs
for the
Jets
Blue
final.
Jays. I will cheer for the Raptors.
See, that's where I draw the line. I won't cheer for the Raptors.
I might even cheer for the Argos or Toronto FC in the right situation.
Why would you cheer for the Argos?
Again, in the right situation. Over, say, when Chris Jones is the opposing coach. I didn't say I would want to. Just sometimes things happen that put us in situations where you have to cheer for someone you weren't expecting. 6-3 loss to the Rangers. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
The Canucks are actually coming alive now. They're out of last place.
Well,
Senators not doing well.
I mean, they should be. All right, Bertuzzi got hurt. Laurent Brossoit is actually slowly starting to come back, which is going to leave us with some issues. Guy's getting healthy. So do we try and move a goalie? I forgot. I should have had Connor Murphy back in. Oops. Allen comes out. Gets replaced with Connor Murphy.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you've only got one minor signed, right?
Well, I know, but somebody's going to have to clear waivers to get back down.
Because nope, they're all Soderblom isn't. Soderblom's waiver exempt. So is Knight actually. Brossoit's the only one who isn't.
Oh, well, I'm not setting Knight down because he's carrying us. 4-1 victory over the Islanders.
And there's 20 wins already.
Tied with the Jets.
Yep, actual
right.
Blackhawks only had 25 this year.
Carolina's come back for another trade offer. Let's see. Carolina wants Andreas Athanasiou, and they're offering us Ronan Seeley, which is not really much of an upgrade. And so, no, we will not do that trade with Carolina. Okay, Kurchev, always up to 95%. Okay, Bertuzzi's at 72. And you give Bertuzzi this game off and put in Senny. Give Soderblom the first game of the back-to-back. And it's 3-2 loss. All right, Bertuzzi will come in for the second game. And we push forward. All right. Game versus the Islanders. As we sim through again, and it is 2-1 victory. Or, sorry, loss. 2-1 loss. You know, we're not even going to, like, shootouts. We're just losing in 60-minute games. Spencer Knight still second in goals against. Also interesting, Colorado is one of the worst teams in the league right now.
Yeah. And this is, well, it's post-trading deadline Colorado, so.
All right, guys getting close. All right. 5-3 loss to Washington. All right, maybe our injuries are finally catching up with us. And Connor Bedard just got injured. I'm terrified, Jeff.
Well done.
He has a
Couldn't just stop there.
scratch cornea. No, we will not. Okay. So, Bedard is out.
So what if you might go blind? Get back in there.
Okay, so Senny comes in for that one.
You got Nazar hurt a little bit too.
Yeah. Bransom's got to come out. Now maybe we'll advance a day or two here.
You only got 2.
Yeah, but 2 gets us a lot more healthy than we were. No, Connor Bedard's going to hurt us bad. See, TJ Brody is almost recovered. Eric Brandstrom is recovered. So there we go. That looks better. TJ Brody's going to come out for a game, though, because he's at 85%. So Allen gets back in. All right. We are running up our centers. Hoping for the best, and we squeak out a 1-0 win.
Overtime win.
In overtime.
So technically a 0-0 tie going into.
Jason Dickinson scores, assisted by Brett Senny, who gets in the lineup. Wyatt Kaiser. Very impressive.
As well rested for overtime.
Sometimes.
Before you finish up, have a look at the stat screen. I'm just curious as to Who's actually powering this besides Knight?
We get pretty even scoring up and down the lineup. I was going to get us to December 31st.
Okay.
Pasternak got hurt. Okay. But I'd like to get it back so Connor Bedard's healthy. So again, let's run our lines changed. Oh, I should have put Brody back in, but that's fine. 2-1 loss to Calgary. Senny gets another goal, so all this extra playing time for him's working out. Brody's at 63. Connor Murphy's down to 53%. Ooh. Allen comes out, gets replaced with Brody. Frank Nazar is down to 20%.
Yeah, he probably needs some help. I think you want to call somebody up here if you got the
Yes.
roster space.
Dun, dun, dun. Matt Zuccarello's done for the year. All right, so yeah, we do have room. Nazar's up to 27%, but yeah, I think we're going to need somebody else for the next game. All right, we're going to call up Gavin Hayes. And Hayes is going to jump in for Nazar. All right, TJ Brody's healthy. Gavin Hayes wants to be 92. Sure. Game versus Minnesota. Again, just going to run centers down there. Summon out. And it is a 4-1 win. Zenny again. Gold assist. Number 1 star.
Oh, he stepped up.
Well, he must be capitalizing on the, like, power plays or whatever. He's going to make it kind of hard for him to come out of the lineup if he keeps scoring.
Yeah, I was just going to say, who do you put in? Yeah.
Well, maybe we look at moving Athanasiou again. All right. Laurent Brossoit is very close to being back. And, all right. We have our defenseman back.
Oh, already he's ahead of schedule, I think.
Okay, so Frank Nazar comes out, or comes back in. We had, what's his name? Hayes up. With Nazar. Okay, so Hayes is going back down. Injured list. Man, Brossoit's now day-to-day, too. So. Kevin Korshinsky's up to 2.5 stars right now. Leshnov's coming in for Ethan Del Mastro, I guess. We're going to send Allen back down. Leshnov is going to come back in. Oh, 10-1 slap down. Oh. Wow.
And that was with Sandy playing as a first line center.
Great night for Teuvo Teravainen. Yeah. All right. How do you criticize a guy on a 10-1 win? What?
It's the media.
We're going to refuse to comment on that. 10-1 win. Here, he's played pretty terrible defense. All right, so lines, we're going to move. Yeah, Brody down to the third pairing. Schnoff up to the first pair with Korchinski. And we are rocking 2 rookie defensemen. Two games left before we call it. Oh, we have a trade offer. And there, Connor Bedard says he's ready to go. And they're offering us 23-year-old center Ryan McAllister. I mean, if it was Kevin, we'd be having a different discussion. I'm not sure about Ryan.
So no, I think.
Replaced with Connor Bedard. Although Jeff, maybe you don't get that reference.
I got the reference.
Athanasiou comes out and gets replaced with Sonny. Well, someone out there watching this stream will have not got that reference and will be furiously Googling Kevin McAllister. Like, I don't know that hockey player.
Like a 30-year-old reference.
31, I believe, Jeff. Doesn't make it any less relevant. Wow. Anaheim puts John Gibson on waivers. Hasn't played a game yet this year. A 2-1 win over Dallas.
Yeah, he was just coming back from injury.
I'd be surprised if somebody claims him. And Laurent Brossoit is healthy, so he comes back to the active roster. Brossoit is going to slot in for, I guess, Soderblom.
And then Rockford's going to have really good goaltending for the remainder of the season.
Oh. All right. Although maybe we should put Brossoit on the trade block now that he's healthy.
Let him play a little bit first. Probably improve his rating a bit.
All right. NHL player polls. Best skater, Connor McDavid. Hardest shot, Cal McCarr. Toughest, Liam O'Brien. Fastest, Connor McDavid. Best role model, Anze Kopitar. Cleanest, Jacob Slavin. Controversial, Evander Kane. Overrated, Jacob Verana. Underrated, Brett Pesce. Smartest, Anze Kopitar. Toughest goalie to beat, Igor Shesterkin. Coach you'd most likely play for, John Cooper.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, not unsurprising at all. All right. It's the end of the year. We're going to give Brossoit this game. First game in. Versus St. Louis. And we have a 4-0 beatdown on St. Louis. Held them to 15 shots.
Nice way to return from injury.
Yeah. 99 defensive game rating for Connor Murphy. All right. To answer your question, Jeff, we go to our stats. How are we doing this? Teuvo Teravainen has 31 points. Donato's got 27. Bedard's got 25. Foligno's got 22. Brandstrom's got 21. TJ Brody's got 20.
Brandstrom's definitely the big surprise there.
Well, TJ Brody having 20 points is a bit of a surprise, too. Philip Kurashev's got 19. Dickinson's got 18.
Yeah, but he's getting that with Vlasic out. So he's getting a little
Foligno's
playing
got
time.
16. Athanasiou's got 16. Kaiser, yeah, again, literally goals up and down the lineup, points up and down the lineup.
Yeah, Kaiser doing pretty above more than expected, but I mean, Brandstrom's really the big surprise here.
Nick Foligno got hurt. Torn abdominal
Him breaking
muscle
out after coming on waivers and on
3 to 4 months.
And there goes the captain.
Double jinx. Well, Athanasiou's back in, and we send him to the injured list. And now we need to call somebody back up.
Probably the last guy he had.
Gavin Hayes, he's 20 years old. He only had 1 assist.
Or just leave it for me and I'll grab somebody when you
We had
send it back next week.
Slaggert up before.
Didn't actually play. He was up for a couple of games.
I'm going to call up Joey Anderson so we don't disrupt Rockford. All right, as this advances, let's do the wrap-up, Jeff. So thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. However, sometimes our streams are at different times because of, well, let's be honest, hockey playoffs. Like last night, I was at the Jets game, and I want to watch the Jets game, so, sometimes our streams are going to move a little bit. But all of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments, with stream archives going live usually Saturdays at around 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for European viewers. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. We are on Bluesky as @Franchise Hockey. You can also find us on Instagram and Threads and just about any other social media as well. And of course, you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to the official forums where you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of Park Baseball, Perfect Team Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, did I miss anything?
Just a late update. Colorado is turning it around. They're ahead of Dallas now, so that may go to 7.
Now, that was not the update I thought you were going to talk about.
Yeah, no, there was an update. There was a hotfix update this week just to fix some contract data that wasn't right, and then there was one problem with the way the awards were being displayed. In some circumstances, it was showing the guy with ID 0 as the winner instead of the actual winner. But that is all fixed now, so you haven't picked that up yet. You can do so. We released that a couple of days ago.
Yes, but if you have the Steam version, it already updated.
Yep, unless you have updates turned off for some reason.
Yes. All right, with that, thank you very much for tuning into this episode, and we will see you all again next week.